Joe Biggs is out in front of the nightclub where 50-plus people were killed last night. Joe Biggs, great job getting up early this morning from Texas and getting on all those flights out there, and you're now in the rain. Joe Biggs.
Roger that. Joe Biggs here with Infowars.com. Now, we just arrived in Orlando, and as you can see, there's a lot of police vehicles right here in the center of the road. The nightclub's actually right down and maybe about 50 so yards from us at this point in time. You know, what we're seeing right now so far is, as I'm reading through articles on the flight here, is everyone's wanting to attack the Second Amendment. What happens, though, if we take those guns away? What's going to happen? These guys are going to build bombs.
I can't believe we even have to argue with these people. Stop attacking American freedom.
This guy had a vest on. Guess what? If he would have had a bomb and it would have went off, that would have been way more people, like 200 people. Instead, I'm sitting here driving through Orlando, listening to everyone apologize how we need to not blame Muslims for this. We don't need to blame.
Sure, Pulse was a gun-free zone. Pulse was a gun-free zone.
We're too scared to call this what it is, radical Islam. We have a problem. The borders are wide open. We have a president that could care less about the American people. Christianity is being attacked. American values are being attacked. Men in America are being attacked. And we're allowing these terrorists to come in here. And now we have sleeper cells starting to wake up. They're being activated. We almost had another attack, a large one in L.A. at another gay pride parade today as well. So this is going to continue happening. I heard some of the things Tim said earlier before I got on the flight to leave Austin to come here. And he said he believes it's going to get worse before it gets better. And I do agree with that from the things I've seen and how these people are, because we don't have secure borders.
Sure. And by the way, Rob Jacobson's there running camera, doing a great job as well. Rob, feel free to pan around, zoom in while Joe's talking for TV viewers. Radio listeners, go to Infowars.com/show. Sure, great job, guys. Yeah, just show more what we got on the street, pan around. Let's try to zoom in on the nightclub. Please continue, and jump in with any questions, Tim.
I think a key point that that Biggs just brought up, both the guy in Orlando and the guy in Los Angeles, they both had bombs. Those were not guns that they bought. They had bombs, both of which would have been more lethal than the guns that they had. The guns were a secondary plan.
And they're both, and they're both also, I think you guys can probably go through the line and go on to the media. Also, because you're press, also, we have to expand on this, Joe. These people are registered Democrats. These are liberals. These are people that are allied with Islam. So these guys are liberals as well. They're Democrats. And then they strike at their very bosom of the people that are trying to aid them and help them, showing the cowardice, Tim.
Yeah. I mean, it's so despicable. Like, you can't even process. Like, so they killed the unarmed people at the nightclub that were primarily gay, that have been trying to support them for the past 3-4 years and facilitate their movement as immigrants here, and saying, hey, we have like fights here. You know, we have similar causes. We're both prejudiced. We're both,
and they stabbed him in the back. Joe Biggs, I hear you trying to jump in. Great point, Tim. And by the way, breaking news, just what Tim was what we were talking about earlier from my source that Tim was confirming. 8 people on a ISIS Orlando kill list. And of course, the FBI has told you you're on that kill list. Joe Biggs, please continue.
Well, one of the interesting things is we're being told continuously that this is a religion of peace. So we need to be understanding of what's going on. That we should, in fact, apologize, because this attack is our fault. Because these guys have to grow up in such a hateful environment because Islamophobia exists, and that's why this happened. No, this guy hated homosexuals. The entire religion hates homosexuals. And guess what happened? This guy saw 2 guys kiss, it flipped his lid, and he went out and carried this out. He took advantage of the fact that he had the security clearance. He went and got guns. And like you said, if that bomb would have went off, it would have been 10 times worse. And they would have still gone, the whole left would have been like, well, you know, we need to be more progressive. We shouldn't blame them. And then they bring some.
Sure, that's his dad's cover story. He knows the whole deal. The guy pledged allegiance to ISIS.
The dad is to blame. The dad should be held accountable for his son's actions, because he knew what the hell was going on. That guy knew that his son was radicalized.
I said the same thing.
Much like the father in San Bernardino. Just like the.
And I'll tell you who else. Obama and the Democrats letting these people in, and the Republican leadership doing it too. What's going to happen when there's hundreds of attacks, Tim and Joe? They're not going to be able to spin this forever.
So we see a reoccurring theme here, right? We have 2 shooters, 2 different instances, both West Coast, East Coast, both on not hit lists. I wish both on lists from the CIA and the FBI as being cause for concern, right? But years later, now 2 years later, they were able to execute their plan and then kill Americans.
Sure, just like Major Hassan. Joe, you're doing a great job. File more reports. We'll put them to Infowars.com. Everything we're doing is going viral right now, but report there from the nightclub. We're out of time. Thank you so much, Joe. And, of course, Rob Jacobson. Any other points in the 30 seconds we have left?
Just the fact that we need to open up and call this what it is. You know, this is radical Islam. People need to be vigilant. People need to watch your backs. Just because you watch these interviews, everyone goes, well, he seemed like such a nice guy. Well, they all do until something happens. There's a war going on right now. These guys are activated, and we need to be on alert.
Absolutely. Well, great job. Get in there with the reporters. Find out what you can. We'll look for those reports at Infowars.com as you guys upload them. Thank you so much. And stay there, at least till Tuesday so we get more intel tomorrow. And there's other folks I know from the crew that are going to be getting out there to Florida, so hopefully hook up with them. Joe Biggs, I'll talk to you after the broadcast. Thank you. All right, Tim Kennedy, thanks for coming and spending part of your Sunday night with us. And we'll be covering it all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central at Infowars.com for the big weekday show. There's so much more. We'll break it all down. Great job with the crew. Thank you, Tim. Yeah.
If I was just gonna like attach an idea to it, it's gonna be Dangerous Freedom.